Hello, YouTube. Well, this is Tristan May. Hello. And once more, I'm going to be reading a scary story. And this time it's daylight, but, oh well. Oh yeah, and I got a little icon up there. Scissors. Let's see. How's about we read a story about the creature I fear the most, which, in mythical legends, which would be the werewolf. This, scary story is from Eastern Europe. This was suggested by this person. He's a visitor. This is Gabriel's.
My name's Thomas.
Yes, this is Gabriel's friend Thomas.
I'm gonna be reading scary stories.
And this will be his icon.
There's your question.
Put it on my head.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
anyway.
by the way, my YouTube channel is Anthony Midget Tobuscus.
You have a YouTube account?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Here we go. This is the werewolf in the forest. One morning, a poor man was walking in the forest when a weasel scooted across the path. The man was so startled that he jumped and yelled. The weasel was so startled that it dropped what it was carrying and raced into the underbrush. And what did the weasel drop? A ring. A shiny golden ring. Thomas, I swear I will do the most terrible thing I can do to you if you don't stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
We're going to take turns reading paragraph. Your turn.
Crap. The man was dumbfounded. Where in the world did the weasel find it? He wondered. He picked up the ring and wiped weasel spit off his ragged sleeve. He could see that the ring was made of gold and was covered with intricate carvings on the inside. Strange letters were engraved. There you go.
Alright, scoot over. The man was puzzled. He turned the ring around and around in his hand. Never had he seen anything quite so valuable or quite so mysterious. Then he remembered a tale his grandmother had told him long ago. It had to do with rings granting wishes. But what were the magic words? As he slipped the ring onto his finger, he suddenly remembered. He could almost hear his grandmother's voice saying, "A ring of gold, do my bidding, as you are told."
He repeated her words out loud and tested them. "Bring me a bag of gold coins," he said. Out of nowhere, a small leather bag appeared and landed at his feet. He reached for it with trembling hands. Could his wish really have come true? He tugged it open and was astonished to see gold coins inside.
He slipped the ring and the coins into his pocket and ran out of the forest, across the fields, into the village, and to the marketplace. There he bought a new coat for himself, a new shawl for his wife, and enough food to last them for weeks.
Did this make his wife happy? Not at all.
What?
the money came from. She demanded all he would say was it was a miracle. Well, his wife was determined to solve the mystery. She nagged him about it every day. When he refused to tell her, she pretended to weep. "You must have stolen it," she cried. She knew very well that he was not a thief, but she also knew that he would be horrified to be called one. Read the whole page.
A weasel gave me a magic ring, he said. A likely story, she scoffed. You expect me to believe that? Woman.
He reluctantly led her to the chest where he had hidden the ring. The moment he opened the lid, she grabbed the ring and made a wish. "I want a huge house," she said. Nothing happened. She tried again. Still nothing happened. "You fool," she said. "When you stole the coins, you must have stolen the ring too." The poor man couldn't stand having his wife think such terrible things, or terrible thoughts about him. So he told her the magic words.
You're supposed to read one paragraph.
I read two. Get over it.
Is this the way you do it? She asked. Ring of gold, do your bidding and as you're told. That's right, he said, never expecting that she would turn a wish against him. But she wanted that ring for herself. Darn woman.
Evil. She repeated the magic words and added something horrible. "Turn my husband into a werewolf and send him to the forest where he can howl night and day." Zap, the man vanished, and a werewolf materialized in front of her. It immediately began to howl and leaped out of the window, pulled it into the forest by the magic wish. The villagers were terrified when they saw the werewolf. Jesus. No one dared set foot on the street after sundown. There you go.
Oh yeah, we forgot to show you the picture.
It's a mean picture.
You can barely see it, can't you? Oh well. Get used to it.
Well, you can still make it out. Kind of cool. We have it hooked up to the TV so I can see it up there.
Alright.
I left up right there. I read that whole page.
So we read this.
No, you read that whole page.
Sorry for the delay. At night, they barred their doors and shivered every time they heard the anguished howling. Meanwhile, the poor man's wife was living in luxury. She now had a large house, elegant clothes, servants, jewels, and food fit for a queen. No one could imagine how she had suddenly become rich.
I like her. Of course, her husband knew. Even though he was in that werewolf's body, he could still think like a man. He hated being a werewolf and realized that nothing could help him return to his former life except for magic. So it's gonna be a delay for a second. Long second. By the way, changing my icon to a butterfly. No, I'm just kidding. I'm keeping it a globe.
Where am I at?
Right there. We're top of the page.
Why didn't you read the rest of it?
I did.
When he saw his wife's magnificent new home, he didn't know which room was which. He paused by each window until he heard her snoring.
That's sad.
Now he knew that he had found her bedroom. It was all he could do to keep from howling, but he didn't want to awaken her, so he clamped his mouth shut and leaped through the window.
In the moonlight, he could see the very chest in which he had first hidden the ring. It stood by the front door. It stood by the foot of the bed. Close to his sleeping wife. He took the handle in his mouth and slowly pulled the lid open. To his horror, the hinges creaked. His wife tossed and turned in her sleep, but soon she was snoring as loudly as before. He rooted around in the chest with his nose, and when he uncovered the ring, he grabbed it with his teeth and leaped out the window.
The magic words that rang through the forest that night sounded more like barks and howls, but at last the ring understood. The werewolf disappeared. Zap! And the poor man stood in its place.
The magic words that rang through the forest that night.
Read this paragraph, and I'm reading the last two.
The magic words that rang through the forest that night sounded more like barks and howls, but at last the ring understood. The werewolf disappeared. Oh, wow.
What are you doing?
I reread yours by accident. He picked up the ring and thought hard for a moment. Ring of gold, do my bidding as you are told. He made his wish, then tossed the ring as far as he could into a tangle of bushes. As the man walked...
Nope. I read this. As the man walked out of the forest, a donkey started to bray in the distance. When he reached home, a donkey ran to meet him, braying furiously. I thought you would rather be a donkey than a werewolf, he said to his wife, and he entered his house smiling. Ha! Woman! You got payback.
Served.
Owned!
Buy it. Werewolf. Let's put that on YouTube.
Oh, we can't yet. We have to stop recording.
Why?
But we can't do that yet.
Why?
Because we've got to do the so long.
What's that?
Alright.
So long. Bye.
No, that's not it.
Brofist.
No, that's not either.
Brofist.
No, that's PewDiePie.
But we're doing a brofist. Brofist.
Alright, PewDiePie, if you're watching that, that's for you.
Brofist.
Okay, that's enough. Now let me do mine. Well, subscribe, comment, and stuff if you want, but you don't have to, because I'm not making you, because frankly, I don't know how to. Well, then, this is...
Did you know every time they subscribe, you get money?
I do?
Mm-hmm. If
Wow.
you get like 100 subscribes, you get like $20.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Now you do. Everybody make a video and get subscribed so you can get $100.
Well, anyways, this is me and Thomas, Gabriel's friend.
I'll be on his next video.
Saying, ta-ta.